we're live, people. The match I picked are- And we're live, people. West Ham against Manchester United. I am late to the stream, late to the party. I have no idea who's playing, what the starting lineup is, what the formation is, what people are saying, what the atmosphere is like. I've literally just got up. Literally just got up. So I'm hungry as well, guys. But we're here. We are here. Ah. So we got. All right. Well, the first thing, guys, I've noticed. Welcome to the stream, people. The first thing I've noticed is that Dallo is playing at right back and Mazraoui is playing at left back. And all I'm going to say is this. That is a reason why this manager needs to get sacked. Let me tell you something. I think I said this in another stream. We had two right backs fit all season, Dallo and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And our left backs were injured for the whole season, Luke Shaw and Marcia. Every single person on this planet with any kind of logic will make you think, do you know what? We need to get... Oh, here we go. We're going to score. Nacho has to score that, bro. That's not a difficult shot. It's not a difficult chance. And that's what I'm saying about Garnacho. People love Garnacho, bro. He's so... Garnacho will do something... He will try something 10 times and he'll score once. And the goal will be a good goal. But then he'll miss the most basic chances afterwards. It's like ridiculous. West Ham are attacking. All right. Back to what I was saying about the left back. So, common sense will tell you, yeah, that go and get a left back. Go and get a left back. You got Dallo and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Go and get left back. What did we do? We got someone to play right back, and then we moved Dallo left back. Played Dallo, our player of the season last season, at right back. He was our player of the season. I'll give it to your mama. At right back, probably our most consistent player. This guy decided to move him to left back just to put Mazraoui as right back, knowing full well that Mazraoui can play left back. So wouldn't you play Dallo in his best position as a right back, the position that he shined last year, play him there as a right back, and then put Mazraoui as a left back? I've been saying it all season. Why is Mazraoui not playing at left back and Dallo playing right back? Why? And now, last two games, it seems as if, especially the end of the last game, when Mazraoui moved to left back, I feel like the manager has stumbled on this. Like, he didn't know this could happen. Like, he could do this. Because if he did, why wasn't he doing this from the get-go? Why was he making Dallo play left back and tuck in as a left back in midfield? Why was he doing that when Mazraoui can do that as a left back and probably do it better than Dallo? Because Dallo's good at crossing the ball. Mazraoui doesn't go around the outside or do anything. Mazraoui always tucks in. Mazraoui doesn't cross the ball. Wow. Mazraoui, that flipping pass back was crazy. Do you know what? We're not playing badly. We're moving the ball quickly. And Bruno's back. So we got Bruno, Casemiro, and who's in the midfield, I see. Is it Ericsson? Yeah, so we got Ericsson and Cass. This is our normal Ericsson and Cass double pivot. This is the manager's probably go-to lineup. The manager will play Rashford, Garnacho, and Højlund all the time. That is the front four that we saw last season scored the least amount of goals we've ever like scored in history. The worst league finish like ever. That front four that we saw fail last season. It was a failure. Like there's no other word to describe it. It failed last season. It was the league is the bread and butter. Yes, we won a cup, but the league shows where you are. And last season was a failure. Attacking wise, it was a disgrace. And that was the front four. And this manager hasn't learned. This manager has entered this new season and he said, you know what? I've got Xerxes, I've got Ahmad, I've got Sancho at the start of the season. I've got all these ballers. But I'm going to play the same kick and run, pace and power, brain dead, no IQ forward football with from Bruno, Rashford, flipping Garnacho and Hoyland. None of these guys have IQ. None of these guys are very, very, very technical at all. They're just very pacey, power, on the transition footballers. And that's the only football that he wants to play. So when we come up against intelligent teams, tactical teams, low blocks, we can't do anything because this manager won't play the footballers that can do anything, won't coach a system that can do anything. And this is where we have it. And this is what we have. And I'm tired of it. This manager is a disease. It's a cancer. Crazy. There we go. Long ball. The thing is, I reckon we're going to score. Because West Ham haven't been playing well at all this season. They have not. I think, be careful what you wish for, is what I say. Or what comes to mind when I think of West Ham. Now that they've got rid of David Moyes. Be careful what you wish for. These beans don't even taste like Heinz baked beans. They just taste like literally just beans that have been baked. Probably because they've got so much other stuff in them. It tastes like I'm tasting drinking soup. You know when soup has all that thyme and shit in it, and all that herbs. When I'm eating the beans, I feel I'm tasting soup. Mm-mm. No. When the ball went to Anthony, I was like, yeah, yeah. I mean Antonio. There we go. Yep. Garnacho miss again. My problem that Garnacho should have once again scored, right? Twice now he should have scored. My problem is how people see football. Because what will happen, he'll miss three like clear chances, then he'll score one, and then people will say that he's the best thing ever. How do you ignore when he calls all the Garnacho lovers, yeah? When you see this crap, him missing these easy chances, how do you ignore that and then only love it? Like then when he scores, think he's the best thing ever, but ignore all this crap that he does. How does it work? Because Garnacho's pants, bruv. He's just energetic. He's just frantic and energetic. He's a footballer that doesn't look like he's got any control over what he's doing. He's like the Saint Maximum type of winger that's just like gets a ball and just wants to he just looks very frantic. He doesn't have a long-term idea of what he wants to do. Like in 10 seconds time, I'm gonna it's not like some footballers are like, cool, this is the space, I'm gonna run into there and drive forward. He's not got some sort of long-term. He's got what is in his head, yeah, is no longer than 2 seconds ahead. So he can only think like 2 seconds ahead at a time, which means all he does is react. And that's it, Garnacho. I feel like his footballing brain, his maturity isn't there as a footballer. Essentially, is what I'm saying. But the way he plays, United fans like it because he always tries to beat his man, right? That's what they say. Go and attack your man, try and make things happen, because he plays football that way, which is not the way that I want football to be played. I want someone to have the IQ and to knowledge to know that you're not gonna beat your man all the time. So keep the ball. That's good. United are playing all right, though, to be fair. We're not playing badly. We're trying to move the ball. We are trying to move the ball. Yeah. Based on what I've seen just over the first 10 minutes, despite all my complaining about the manager, we actually look like the more likely team to do something today. But early days, guys, this is the first 10 minutes. Games will change and constantly change throughout. First stages of the game, second stage of the game. There you go. Once again, I think we're going to win this game. West Ham, it looks like it's so easy. Oh, good defending. It looks like it's very, very simple to and very easy to penetrate West Ham's defense. It just looks like one line, one pass. Just one pass by one of our midfielders. And that's what's Bruno, once again, onside, clear. And this is what, I'm not going to lie, yeah, as much as I don't like the manager, when the manager says things like we had chances, like we've had 3, and these aren't side chances. These aren't like small chances. These are clear cut. Bruno is in front of goal. Bruno could have chested that down, right? That chance, 12 minutes, and then volleyed it. Chested it down, controlled it, and then that's an easy chance. And this is why the managers played this front three, this transition front three, because that's what we're going to play. We're going to play on the break. And we do look, we do look like we can penetrate West Ham on the break. So this is not too bad. And West Ham are at home. That wasn't Masrabi. That was Dallo, my mate. We've had 3 clear-cut chances, while West Ham have had none. West Ham haven't done anything. And Wan-Bissaka needs to stop allowing Garnacho to just have space on that left. You play with these guys, man. You should know how they play. Mm-mm. Who's that? Dallo. That's so poor, bro. That pass, you don't even need to. Like, that is just. You don't need to overhit that pass, Dallo. Bro, and the thing is, he didn't even overhit it by a little bit. Like, it just went over his head. Like, all he needed that to do with Dallo was make that pass go over the defenders. I mean, the attacker, the West Ham player's head. Not only did it go over the West Ham player's head, it went over Dallow's head as well, bruv. Like, do you know how off target you have to be? Yeah. Keep holding the ball. Keep moving it. Uh-oh. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, well, West Ham don't want to win this game. West Ham are on some next hype, you know. I don't know what's Ham. But like I said, guys, West Ham haven't been playing. They haven't, you know. They haven't. They haven't been playing well this season at all. Yo, let me read some comments quickly. Turkish up in the building. Big up yourself. United should win this, hopefully. I think so. I think I want Flippin' Ten Hag to get sacked, but I want Man United to win. And that's always a conundrum. Like you feel like this manager needs to go, and in long term, it's best without him. But you don't want your team to lose. But you know that the only way to get this manager gone is if your team loses. Oh my Lord, what? That is bollocks. Anyway, yo, Shea Arsenal, big up yourself, man. Thanks for passing through, Shea Arsenal, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. This game is okay. It's not an amazing game, but United have had one or two opportunities so far. So, listen, it's not as dead or boring as I thought it was going to be. And United are putting the ball on the floor and they're trying to play. So, you are seeing a little bit of football today. West Ham corner. Ah, we are lucky. Garnacho on the counter. He's spraying the ball to Bruno. What can Bruno do on the right-hand side? Ah, West Ham got it. West Ham has smothered him. They retrieved the ball. I think if West Ham are going to score today, based on my initial feelings, it might be from a set piece. Because I feel like, we'll see anyway, but I feel like so far, they haven't created not even like a sniff of a chance. It's only been 17 minutes, so the game is young. Oh, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. One thing we can guarantee, nothing will come from the right-hand side. Because the right-hand side is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So, they're not going to be a threat down their right-hand side. No disrespect to Aaron, but Aaron is not going to put in a devastating cross. He's not going to do anything like that. So, that's one thing we know for sure. Casemiro, Garnacho. Chelsea are 1-0 up. Hey, okay. Who scored for Chelsea? Chelsea, listen, I've been telling people about Chelsea. Chelsea might be the team to make in top four. I'm thinking Liverpool are looking good. So it's Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. To me, that's the top four this season. What was that? Who just dummied that? Was it Casemiro or was it Bruno? These guys, you know, I swear, Aaron Bissaka on the right. I said nothing will come from the right-hand side. I did say that. Look at Aaron. Dancing feet. Oh, that's terrible. Ah. Thoughts on Onana. This is my thoughts on O'Nizzle. Yeah. I think Onana this season has probably been our most consistent player. He's probably the only player that I can actually say out of all the games. Here we go, finish. Oh, Rashford was put through. Just couldn't get the ball under his control. West Ham, I don't get West Ham because on 2 or 3 occasions now, their high line has been exposed by our quick forwards. That's why we're playing these three, to expose West Ham's high line. And you think West Ham will start adjusting, will either drop back, start playing offside a bit better or something, but they're not learning. So we're going to score. We're going to score today. West Ham, if West Ham want to beat United today, they're going to have to score. And we look more robust at the back than they do. But anyway, yeah, Onana for me is one of the few players here that haven't really put a foot wrong since the season started. And I don't like the way that Onana is lumped in with, just like Fred was lumped in with McTominay. And whenever McTominay was playing badly, people didn't want to admit that McTominay was playing badly. People wanted to say McTominay and Fred because, I don't know, they liked McTominay. They didn't want him by himself to be the one playing. I don't know, whatever. But Fred had to be lumped in. And I feel like with Onana is often lumped in with all of these other players. Like when he's having a good game, he's making saves, putting saves out, saving his manager, saving the team more often than not. And yet I see some content creators say, Onana's a bozo. I don't like Onana. Onana's distribution. Listen, Onana's got one of the best distributions out there in the league. Like, you don't want to have Chelsea's goalkeeper Sanchez. You don't want to have him. You don't. So, like, Onana is the least of our problems, bro. Alright? He's literally the least of our problems. And I'm tired of hearing him being mentioned as one of the main problems. We're not going to see the best of his distribution because we don't play with the ball on the feet. We don't play football. We don't like to play that kind of football. But let's not act like Onana hasn't created goals, hasn't got an assist or set up goals with his long kicks either, because he has. I feel like Onana sometimes. I know he should have got treated. He should have got criticised when he made those mistakes in the Champions League early last season, and he did. He got pelted. He's one of the reasons why we got eliminated from the Champions League. Not the main reasons, because people had to look back at history and pretend like it was his mistakes that made us play rubbish. Listen, even if he didn't make those mistakes in the Champions League, we were still playing crap. So let's cut the crap. But his mistakes did contribute to us being eliminated from the Champions League. However, since he came back from African Nations Cup, Onana, I keep saying this, he's been good. I've got no complaints. And there's Rashford trying to force his way into blind alleys again. Oh, great tackle, Martinez. I can feel the goal coming. I can feel it coming. All right, Jared Bowen won the free kick. It's 23 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Free kick to West Ham, right hand side, in their half, in the middle of their half. Foul on Jared Bowen by Mazraoui. Yeah, West Ham are clueless. I thought we were clueless going forward, but West Ham look absolutely clueless going forward. They don't know how to score a goal at all, it looks like. Ref, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You shouldn't have booked. How can a referee book Paqueta? But because he literally blew the whistle, yeah, for the Man United free kick, and Bruno put the ball down and they took it like literally in an instant. Like, you didn't give the man enough time to even get out of the way, bro. But no, he was. I mean, I know what Paqueta was doing, but usually referee's a bit more lenient and he gives you about 5-6 seconds to just move away. So I don't know, man. That's a bit weird. It is what it is. Big up everybody who's passing through and showing some love. Brand new channel. As I say on this channel all the time, we say what we see on this channel, not just how we feel. Too many channels are just about emotions and emotions and emotions. We like to look at things a bit more objectively here on this channel. So big up yourself, guys, for passing through West Ham, Man United. Currently 0-0. West Ham passing the ball around at the back at the moment. United are comfortably in their shape. I don't really believe that West Ham are going to penetrate or trouble United unless it's on a transition, unless it's when United have vacated their space and when United are not comfortably in their position. Because right now, I think we're good. West Ham don't look threatening at all when we're in our mid to low block at all, in my opinion. Especially not within his first 26 minutes anyway. But early days as we know. Big up yourself, Tim. 199. Sounds like we're playing okay so far. Yeah, Tim. I would say that. I think in terms of the way we're moving the ball around on the floor, I feel like we're playing better. I don't feel like West Ham are potent enough. I don't feel like they're threatened enough. And I feel like our organisation, our defensive shape so far is good. Eriksen and Casemiro are not really venturing too forward and vacating that little space behind or in front of the back four. And to be honest, don't forget our first season when we played decently. Let's say we played decently in our first season. That was a midfield two, that defensive low block where Casemiro and Eriksen were next to each other, rather than Casemiro playing in a hole in that lone DM position by himself. When that happens, we are rubbish because Casemiro is not a lone DM. We know that. When he's next to Eriksen or next to a ball player, whoever that might be, in the midfield to double pivot, we see a really good Casemiro. So far we are playing, we're moving the ball all right. We're moving the ball okay. So I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged by what we see and by what I see. And we've created the better chances. The chances we've created, in my opinion, the two by Garnacho, one from Bruno. You could argue even the Rashford getting through and goal. We created actual good opportunities to score, and it potentially could be 2-0 by now. And West Ham haven't created anything. Not one glaring chance at all in half an hour. And I did say that we know West Ham haven't been playing well. And since David Moyes is gone, they haven't shown us anything. All right. Clearance by Man United. Højlund. Oh, I couldn't hold the ball up. Højlund needs to hold the ball up better. Højlund hasn't been in the game at all. At all. Oh, good clearance. All right. You see Man United can counter-attack now. Well done. There we go. We're onside. Garnacho's onside. Here we go. What's happening here? Is that foul on Garnacho? Is that offside? All right. So the flag has gone up for an offside against Garnacho, rather than a foul against him. Is he offside there? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Smash the likes, people. Let me know what you guys. Where you watching the game from? How you watching the game? Let me know your opinion of the game. There's no point me telling me, just me telling you my opinion. Flipping heck, I can't even speak. Give me your thoughts, guys, on the game. What are you saying? All right, so the yellow card still stands, even though he was offside, and if he was flagged offside, then everything that transpired after wouldn't have happened. But we still give him the yellow card anyway. I mean, I get it, because their argument is, yes, it shouldn't have happened. The whistle should have been blown. Yes, he should have been offside, but no, that happened. And the game continued. And you fouled him while the game was in play. So I mean, I get both sides of that argument. Why the yellow would stand and why the yellow shouldn't stand. Look at Aaron. Aaron Bissaka just ran. Look at him. He wants to show United. Why did you sell me? Oh, that is poor, man. Oh, Casemiro. Oh, that's what I'm saying. He just, the way that Casemiro does not make that player. There we go. On finish. Oh my lord. Oh my lordy, lordy, lordy. I cannot believe Dallo. All right, Dallo is Ten Hag out. Diego Dallo is. Please tell me you're seeing what has happened here, people. I don't understand what I just saw. Somebody needs to explain to me what I just saw. That pass was amazing. The touch from Dallo was great. All he had to do was just connect with the ball. A side foot. It could have hit his knee. If he could have hit his chin. Of course, elbow would have been handball. But how? How has he missed 4 open opportunities, 4 chances where we were one-on-one with goalkeeper, practically, and we fluffed all 4. It could have been 4-0 right now. And that is why, despite the fact that I want the manager, despite the fact that I don't think this manager is good enough, I refuse today, I refuse today to blame the manager for what I'm... If we lose today, even though I am Ten Hag out, I will not blame Ten Hag if we lose today, because what I've seen with my eyeballs is Man United get 4 chances now in half an hour to score goals. One-on-one with goalkeepers. Bruno's header, Garnacho's 2 chances, and now Dallo's opportunities, and we fluffed all of them. So we have to say what we see and not just say how we feel. Just because we're the Ten Hag out doesn't mean we have to lie and say he's the reason why we, because this is not good. Our finishing has been woeful. And we've managed this game well. Like I said, West Ham have done nothing. And they're playing at home. Anyway, guys. Because we are pretty happy to not always press. Man United are not a team that presses all the time. Most teams don't press all the time. You have to wait for your pressing triggers anyway. If you press all the time, you're going to get burnt out. We know that. But United are happy to let West Ham keep possession and not do anything with it in certain areas. Yeah. Big up yourself, Tim. Tim199 listening on radio. I haven't been, I haven't listened to football on radio in a long time. I remember when I was young. Was it BBC and Talk Radio and all of that? Yeah, when I was young and these sort of like the 3 o'clock games weren't shown live and all of these games weren't shown live. That's when I was in secondary school. I was listening to radio and trying to make sense of the commentary. Yeah, man, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Get what's available to you and get plugged in. Oh, great tackle for Mazraoui. I don't understand. Like I said before earlier in the stream, I don't understand why Mazraoui was being played right back and Dallo was being played left back. What? That doesn't. What? Why? Why? Let's play Dallo right back and play Mazraoui left back like you're doing today. And look how better we got more control. We look more comfortable. And yes, Casemiro's playing and Eriksen is playing. So we're going to look better anyway. Yeah, man. Big up Bristol. Have I been to Bristol? I think I've driven through Bristol. No, I have. I have been to Bristol. I lied. I've definitely been to Bristol. Because I remember the pier, the Bristol pier and the tower. Yeah, I think I spent the night there as well in Bristol. Bristol used to be like a proper like touristy destination. It used to be like a place where holiday people used to go all the time. So many places are like declining in the UK. Like like the nightlife in the UK. I saw something on the news that said 40% of all clubs. I think we spoke about it the other day, right? Of all clubs have closed down. And I'm thinking, when I was young, 40% of clubs, that's what I was doing all the time, clubbing. And the youngsters these days, they don't really, like you said, they don't club as much or rave as much. It's like the nightlife is dying down. I don't know. It's just what people find important in life. I guess it's changing, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about, man. You know. Oh, Casemiro down the middle. No, that's not even Casemiro. It was Rashford. I don't get why Rashford doesn't move away from, because I know you're a winger. You're a winger and you play on the wing. But if you can cut in field, just like Ahmad does, just move from your position. If you can't get the ball from where you are, it means you need to move into a new position to find space to receive the ball. And I feel like Rashford can do that more because he has the agility to just. Oh, oh, here we go. West Ham are playing dangerously. Right now, Man United are camped into West Ham's half. Our fullbacks and centre backs are now at the halfway line. And West Ham are not getting out. And this is what I wanted to see. When I said, yeah, oh my lord, West Ham are on crack. They're not defending playing well at all. This is some rubbish defending. When I said, yeah, I want to see Man United keep possession. I want to see United rotate the ball. If there's not a pass on Bruno, and I'm speaking to Bruno, don't just force the pass. Just keep the ball, keep recycling the ball, pin teams back like Man City and Arsenal do. Force them into making mistakes because they'll keep trying to clear the ball. You collect it, you recycle, pin them back, go again, go again, go again until they succumb to the pressure. Man United, yeah, back in the day, and if you guys understand or watch United back in the day, we didn't always play better than. Oh, crossbar. Oh man, we almost scored again. We hit the crossbar, flipping heck. But yeah, the United back in the day, we beat teams by just pressuring them all game. The United pressure. Don't forget Fergie time. 91st minute, 92nd minute, pressure, crossing the box, clearance, pressure, Scholes, chip into dink into Van Nistelrooy, clearance, Scholes again, spray the ball over to Giggs, cross into the ball, cross into the box, sorry, clearance. Listen, we beat teams, yeah, a lot of the times in the 92nd, 93rd, 94th minute, yeah, Fergie time. Because we just flipping camped in their half and just pressured them all game, just put them under pressure. And that's how you score sometimes. If you can't defeat low blocks, yeah, by playing really intelligent football and moving around. Sometimes just keep pounding the team with a hammer. And eventually they'll make enough mistakes for you to score. And that's what I'm saying. We need to get back to the time where we can keep the ball long enough to keep just pounding a team where Arsenal and Man City do until they just say, you know what? There you go. We're tired now. Here's our goal. Go on. Go on. That's what I want to see. That's the next step. Because yes, we can be a transition team. Play your Hoylands, play your Rashfords, and play your Garnachos. Be that transition team. But when you come up against a team that is rigid, much more rigid than West Ham, what do you do with those players? What happens? That's my problem, guys. Yeah, yeah, Tim. Bristol's a vibe, Tim. Bristol's a proper vibe. Do you know what? I'll probably go up there. I could go up there again probably next year, to be fair. Why not? Because there's, like I said, the pair, all the like the sort of arcade plays in the games, some decent hotels there. The beach is decent there as well. Obviously, summertime is, obviously not now, but yeah, summertime, man, definitely. Um, yeah, these missed chances are gonna kill us. They are. Like I said, I might be Ten Hag out, but sometimes you got to look at the players and look at the fact that these players are not finishing their dinner, man. They're not at the moment. And it's one of them ones where we know football, right? You score early goal, the game changes. The whole game changes. West Ham have to come out. We score another one. Then we score. You know what I'm saying? The game could be more comfortable right now. That's my problem. It's 0-0. We're about to go in half time. Martinez has been down for the last 2 minutes with an injury. That's why the game has stopped, guys. And it's like, we should be 3-0 up by now. So, I don't know, man. Touch wood. We just got to hope that these missed chances don't come back to bite us. Looks like Martinez is back now. Is he? No, he's not. Looks like he's off the pitch. So we are temporarily down to 10 men. Yeah, West Ham are not. West Ham are hopeless. Hey, nice, Bruno. Oh, see, that's the problem with Bruno. That touch in that time was good, but it's a shame that the pass was just some hoof chipped pass into like nobody. Finish! Oh, ball into the box by Garnacho, cut out by West Ham. Hoyland just nowhere to be seen. Garnacho pulled it back into a decent area. Hoyland was, I don't know where Hoyland was. He was not in the box at all. Nice for Mazraoui. Oh, what's this, ref? Oh, referee's blown the whistle. Foul by Paqueta on Mazraoui. So, free kick on Man United's left hand side near the penalty box. Yeah, Paqueta's on a yellow card already. So he needs to just relax himself, to be fair. Paqueta. There's no need to even make that foul, make that challenge. Just relax, mate. So yeah, free kick. Ericsson over this free kick is not an in swinger into the box. Finish! Mm. How? How did that not go in? What happened? Let me see this again, guys, because I don't know what to say to you. The ball went in, a header from who? What is this voodoo? Casemiro, as you could expect. What a save. I thought that was in. The question I want to ask is, why is it always Casemiro that gets on the end of these crosses? And why is it always Casemiro that saves us? And why is it always Casemiro that gets all the hate? How can one man save us so many times especially in the first season, but all the goals he scored? I think it's probably Casemiro's highest goal scoring season in his career ever, with them headers and those goals he scored, right, to make us win the flipping Carling Cup in the first season. Second season, he fell off a bit because of the formation change, mostly. I don't think he's changed much as a player. I don't think he's that much slower or anything like that. I don't think what the manager has asked of him has changed. I think the manager wants him to be more mobile, wants him to run around. The first season, like I said, he played in a double pivot. The second season, he played by himself in a lone pivot, like the Rodri role, and he couldn't do that. What's been asked of him has changed, rather than him himself as a footballer has changed. Casemiro is still our best midfielder, all-round midfielder. He's our best all-round midfielder. He's very well defensively, and he's very good in attack. He's all-rounded. He's our most complete midfielder. Casemiro is, and I just feel like he gets a lot of stick that he doesn't deserve, personally. And it's interesting that often it's Casemiro that gets those headers. Why? How is he so good at leaping? How is he so aggressive? How is his timing so good at headers? Like Gabriel for Arsenal, in a way, almost. It's an underrated thing that Casemiro has that I don't think we give him credit for. Wow, West Ham almost created a chance there, but United are still going for this transition. Get the ball to Garnacho as quickly as possible. There you go, guys. 48, 45 plus 3 minutes added on extra. And there you have it. Let me know what you guys think of this first half. This first half, yeah, has been a half of opportunity after opportunity for. Listen, we are Man United, the away team, and we have created four. And these aren't, like I said, these aren't just small chances or half chances where you're like, he could have scored. These are four glaring big chances we have created, and we have fluffed all four of them. That's on United. That's on the players. That's not on Ten Hag. So this game, I'm encouraged by the fact we're playing away from home against West Ham. And yes, West Ham have decent possession, but they don't look like they're doing anything because the way that we've been structured today is good. And I give Ten Hag credit for that. I think we haven't played amazingly well, but we've been effective when we've had the ball, which is what Ten Hag has wanted. Us being effective on the transition. When we get the ball and win the ball back, how quickly can we penetrate West Ham? How quickly can we turn the ball over? And to be honest and to be fair, we've done that well today. On this channel, we don't just hold agendas. I have to be honest, and even though I don't like the manager, say that the way he set us up has been good today. He's done well. However, the attacking players, when they've had the opportunity, just have not been able to finish their meal. And there we have it. And that's why we are where we are. Second half, I expect better from these players. The manager United usually under this manager come out second half and they're better. We're usually sluggish when we start. So I expect us to be better in the second half. I don't really expect much of the game to change, to be honest. based on what I've seen, the first 45 minutes, unless West Ham make a drastic change to their lineup or to the way they're playing, I can't see the game changing. And by the way, guys, the camera has gone a little bit funny, so you might not be able to see me properly. It might be a bit fuzzy at the moment, and my technical guy is working on that right now. Hopefully, we'll get the cam back up and running soon. So just bear with us. Hopefully, you can still hear my voice. And yeah, we can just continue to chat. Yeah, Tim, I agree, mate. I agree. Like, one thing that we've always said as United fans, whether you like Ten Hag or not, we've said that we don't create chances. We score the least amount of goals out of most teams, but we create chances. And the more we create chances, obviously, this is common sense, the more goals we'll score. And if we do want to improve on how many goals did we score last season? Was it fifth? How many goals? Was it 58 or something? Come on, that is really bad. So we need to score more goals. I think there's a stat out there that says Chris Wood by himself, right? Chris Wood by himself has scored more goals than Manchester United. So we don't score goals, and we can see why we don't score goals. We can't finish our dinner. But I agree with you, bro. Like, we're creating chances, which is the start. If we weren't creating chances, then we can complain. But at least we're doing that. So I'm with you on that one. I'm gonna quickly pop to the toilet, man. I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys, with the second half. So stay tuned. Go and get your juice. Go and get your beverages, your smoke, and we will be back in a few minutes for the second half. Big up yourselves, people. are back and on track. 2 heavy ball sacks. No, I'm joking. There we go. What can happen in the second half? Let's see what's going on in the second half now. Let's see what's really going down. See what United will do in the second half. No changes have been made, as I can see. Still the same front three, same midfield. I think West Ham have clearly made some substitutions. I remember Saka is so shit at crossing the ball. I've never met, when I look at him now playing for West Ham, and I look at the opportunities he's getting now to put crosses in and what he's doing, I'm like, oh, thank God. I like Aaron in a lot of ways. He has some attributes here that are really helpful, really good, really sought after, right? But it also has some attributes that are not so good. Like his technical ability, his physical ability is fine. His athleticism is fine. What I have issues with Aaron oh, is his technical ability, his ability on the football, which is not good. Aaron is good for a team that defends a lot of the time, so he can do all the slide tackles and all these things. He's not really. He's less relevant in a team that wants to attack, wants to keep the ball, wants to beat on the front foot, because that's when he gets exposed, in my opinion, for not having the technical ability necessary to complete certain tasks on the football pitch. It's as simple as that, really. Wait, hit his head. I didn't even. Thing is, even when they just replayed it for me just now, I couldn't see the injury to Onana. So Onana, it looks like he's gone down. It looks like Antonio's kneed him in his head after being put through on goal, and Onana's claimed the ball. So Antonio was being put through on goal. Onana came to claim it. The follow through from Antonio has hit Onana in the head, and now the game has stopped. So smash the like, people, while I eat my food. Look, you got the manager talking to Dallo, giving him some instructions. Look at the cameras messing up again, guys. Once again, just let me see this. Oh, yeah, that knock on his head is not good. I'm not gonna lie, your knee going into anybody's head, yeah, is never gonna be good. And now the camera is messing up again, guys. So apologies. We thought we had everything sorted before the stream started, and now it's doing whatever it wants to do. There you go. West Ham on the break now. Great defending by Mazraoui. Great defending. He knew exactly that he wanted to cut in field. Bowen. So what's going to happen now? This little break in play that we've just had, guys. Sorry, we are back now. Properly, hopefully. Just a small break in play. Offside. I feel like now, since the second half has started, Onana's injury, the little break in play, I feel like this is better, or at least serving West Ham more than it's serving United. I feel like because United, we rely on sort of, or we've relied on a counter attack. We need a more fluid game. We need West Ham to come out at us rather than sort of a game that's broken up and has loads of little fouls and bits and pieces. Like United, yeah. The way that West Ham are playing, United should be 2-3-0 up ahead. We should be fully disripping this West Ham team. This West Ham team is not good at all. Finish. Oh, Garnacho tried the same thing as last time. That first time shot from the cross from Rashford, and it didn't work this time. Side netting. He's our best chance. Hoofball. Is Hoofball our best chance to score now? Oh, the ball's gone high to Hoyland. And watch Hoyland when he tries to receive the ball whenever our goalkeeper kicks it towards him. And I feel like he doesn't even understand the flight of the ball. I feel like he either goes too much underneath it or the ball's too far away. I feel like he just doesn't understand or he can't predict the flight of the ball. And he's always trying to back into defenders and fight defenders rather than trying to. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh, that's not good, Antonio. So, guys, I'm not gonna lie, West Ham, the atmosphere in the stadium is starting to change. The crowd is more loud, more lively. West Ham now are starting to take shots on the edge of the box. They're starting to become a bit more confident as the game goes on. And as I thought was going to happen, after missing the opportunities and after missing the chances that we've had, the opposition will be more emboldened. The longer the game goes, 1-0, the more West Ham will feel emboldened to go and attack us. So we need to score very, very soon, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not good. 55 minutes on the clock. Todibo's on the field. I wonder if we're going to see Ahmad today, or are we going to continue seeing Ahmad being frozen out of the team? Rasmus Højlund, as usual, has gone through a whole game where he's had no touches of the ball. He's had no opportunities, no chances. He's literally done nothing. I remember Saka's not serious, you know. Like, West Ham. West Ham are crazy. Here we go. Garnacho is going to play another 90 minutes and not do anything as well. The first shot that Hoyland's had on goal all game, 56 minutes. He just had a shot, saved by the goalkeeper. Ahmad can't get a game, but we're going to see Garnacho play a full 90 minutes again. It's absolutely insane what's happening in this team, what this manager's doing. But what can you do? Ineos have chosen to keep this guy for the time being, so let me see your comments, guys, and finish. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Why didn't he release the ball in these opportunities? I'd rather score the goal than get the foul. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Turkish, big up yourself as always. West Ham might get the big momentum. The crowd is lively, like you. Yeah. The crowd is. This is what happens in football, man. The crowd sometimes sits there like idiots and waits for okay, idiots is a bit rude. The crowd sometimes waits for the players to energize them rather than try to energize the players, which you can argue whatever way you want to argue if it's right or wrong. I don't understand what is going on with Ahmed. What is Ten Hag doing? Why does he get frozen out? For what? It doesn't make sense, but maybe I'm also because I'm an Arsenal fan. Um, yeah, the manager likes certain players that run and who are direct, who beat their man, who try to beat their man all the time. He likes a certain footballer that plays a certain way. The problem is that we know that that sort of footballer is not the most technically gifted. The sort of say maximum type footballers who are just always running, always want to beat their man. Those are sort of footballers that he likes. Whereas the likes of Sancho, the likes of Ahmad, who are perhaps maybe slower, more methodical, but definitely more technical. They think more. They're just better footballers. Those sort of footballers, they don't. He doesn't like them because in order to play with those footballers, you need a proper footballing team. You need midfielders who can pass the ball and defenders who can pass the ball. And he doesn't know, in my opinion, how to coach that type of football. And maybe he doesn't think that type of football is good in the Premier League. Maybe he feels that the Premier League. One of the things I said about Ten Hag is I want to know what his view of the football of the Premier League is. What does he think here? And I keep saying this. What does Ten Hag think is needed to win the Premier League? And clearly, he thinks, Ten Hag, to win this league, you need loads of athleticism and pace and power. He's rather go for that than the Sanchos and the Ahmads. That's it. My problem is we can win the league. You can't gain consistency because you win the league, which is your bread and butter, by playing consistently well. So you need to find a consistent way of playing. You can't win games consistently if you don't play well consistently. And you can't play well consistently if there's not a consistent way that you play. The way that Ten Hag plays football, there's no consistent way that Man United will play football. There is no consistency in the way we play. There's no patterns. There's nothing. Which means we're not going to win games. We're not going to play consistently well, and therefore we're not going to win games consistently well. And the idea that in order to win the league, you need pace and power sort of players and less technical. Listen, you need both. And ideally, you need players who can do both. You need players who are very technically gifted, but who also can use their pace. And that to me is someone like Ahmad. Ahmad is very technically gifted footballer, right? Like a Sancho is, but he's also quicker than a Sancho. He's got more power and pace than a Sancho. So Ahmad has the pace and power that you need in this league, plus the technicality, and he doesn't get played. And Garnacho, who in my opinion is less technical than Ahmad, but just as quick. He's not quicker than Ahmad. He's probably just the same amount of speed as Ahmad, but he might be more direct. The thing of Garnacho, he might try to beat his man more than Ahmad does. Where Ahmad would rather keep the ball. That's the only difference I can see. And therefore he prefers Garnacho because of that. Which is a sad way to look at football. Because football, if you look at football in such a basic term, you'll become a very basic manager. And that's why I feel like as much as people want to praise Ten Hag and say he's smart and he just look, his tactics and the way he plays just comes across very basic to me. Like he can't coach a complicated technical game. He can't do it. And that's my issue with this manager. Well, not my only issue, at least one of them. I've got at least 10 big issues with Ten Hag, and there's a video on my channel up today actually titled 10 reasons to get rid of Ten Hag. So 10 reasons to sack Ten Hag. There's a new video up on my channel, guys. Please check it out. It's a very detailed video where I give 10 logical and practical reasons why this manager should not be managing this football club anymore. It's as simple as that, guys. So please go and check out that video. I did say if West Ham make changes at half time, we're gonna have to react to those changes, and they've made changes and we haven't reacted. And I did say that the only way this game will change, because based on the first half, West Ham should be 3-0 up by now. We should be slapping them. And the only way anything would have changed if West Ham drastically changed. And those 3 changes they made at halftime have definitely helped them. They're definitely more into the game. They're giving a better account of themselves. They're keeping the ball a bit better. And they look... We still look more likely to score, but they look a bit more threatening. I can't believe West Ham missed that, bro. It's just an easy tapping, and he couldn't get it right. Look at that. And also, Garnacho, the one thing about Garnacho, right, is off the ball. He's always on the go. If you watch Garnacho, you can... I might not like a lot of his attributes. And I'm always going to be honest about that. About what I think he lacks as a footballer. But I can also be positive and talk about why I think the manager likes him. And when I look at Garnacho and how he's always trying to move off the ball and why he's on the last defender, or especially this match, just trying to force a move. Because all you got to do is fizz the ball through to Garnacho most of the times, and he's through. And the way he's timing his runs, or at least trying to time his runs, it's encouraging. And therefore, it does make him a threat. But like I said, I just prefer Ahmad as a footballer, and I'd rather see Ahmad on the right and Rashford on the left. Offside. Oh, Ahmad is on all this time. I didn't even notice Ahmad was on the pitch because we haven't had the ball for a long time. I didn't even notice that Rashford wasn't even playing. Where did Rashford come off? Oh, I can't believe I didn't notice. I'm just noticed that number 16, Ahmad, is actually on. All this time I'm talking about Ahmad, and he's actually on the pitch. And I'm thinking, hold on a second. When did Ahmad come on? Because Rashford was playing in the first half. And Rashford started the second half, yeah. And I don't even remember, like, I've been watching the game for the past, well, I've been watching the game all the time, and I don't even remember anything coming up on the screen saying, there we go, Ahmad. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky Ahmad. Yeah, West Ham are not serious. West Ham just look so unsure. Like you can tell they're working under a new manager, under a new regime, just trying to understand some new stuff. Because under David Moyes, West Ham are just like they weren't great, but everyone knew what they were doing and they kept things simple and they just did what they did their thing. And also, this game is starting to fade away into obscurity. I started the stream saying that United are playing a slightly better. We're creating more chances. The first half, we look better on the ball. We're moving it a little bit better. However, this second half, we can throw that all in the bin. We haven't created any chances in the second half so far. Um, it's been 25 minutes almost in the second half. We've done nothing. Um, yeah, it's literally game of two halves right now. The second half, we look like the Man United that we've been seeing over the past year and a half in the second half. But we always got to caveat this stuff. It's still 0-0, guys, and I strongly believe the first goal wins here. The first goal might even be the only goal in this game. Yep. So 69 minutes on the clock. Yeah, this game feels like it's a different game now than in the first half. Like I said, West Ham, they look a bit more potent now. But we still look at them more likely to score. So we'll see. Good. One thing that we're doing well, we're not easy to penetrate down the middle. Oh, unlucky Ahmad. Well done. Good defending. Ahmad's come in with a bit of flair. and his understanding with the right back isn't perfect. So he's lost the ball a few times, and I know people are going to look at that differently to the way I look at that because that's the sort of football I want to see played. The execution right now is not that great from Ahmad. The first 2 or 3 times I've seen him with the ball, or should I say the last few times I've seen him with the ball, his execution hasn't been there, but the idea is there. Just execution hasn't been there. Ings, Ings is still playing football in the Premier League. Man like Danny Ings. I feel like Danny Ings has been around forever. And he's always been a side man. No matter anywhere he's been, maybe apart from when he was at Southampton, I think. He's a side man. He hasn't been the main guy. Oh yeah, Real Madrid lost yesterday. 4-0. Flipping it. Listen, I've been telling everybody about this Mbappe, brother. Mbappe is a good footballer. But the way that people are talking about this man like he's the best footballer in the world, bro. I'm glad that people are now starting to see this guy's not that good. He's not a good at striker. And what makes him a good winger is just his speed more than anything. Like, I'm glad people are starting to understand. And now that Mbappe and Vinny are playing together, Vinny's better. I'll say it with my chest, Vinny's better. I like Mbappe. I do. But I don't like the way that people attribute speed, yeah. People put too much weighting on the importance of speed. A lot of times, these really quick footballers, when you take away their speed, there we go. Wow. When we take away Mbappe's speed, he's like half the footballer. Literally. Like, imagine Mbappe as a footballer right now, but he just couldn't run. And all he could do was just, like Ericsson, move around and pass and just use his feet. What kind of footballer would you see? I just feel like we can say someone's quick and we can say someone's effective and all these things, but when we say that he's the best player in the world and a lot of his footballing ability comes from the fact that he's quick, I feel like that's where we lose the plot as football fans. We don't know how to like compartmentalize things and say someone can be effective, but doesn't mean they're the. There you go. There you go. The goal has been scored and it has come from West Ham United. The one chance they've had in this whole game. And the thing is, the chance that they've just created, it was a deflected cross. So it wasn't even a clear chance they created. So basically, this is football. This is the beauty of football. United have created 5 clear chances. We've taken none of them. This chance that West Ham have created, I wouldn't even call it like a clear chance. It was a scuffed shot that just fell. Just fell to Somerville. A scuffed shot that wasn't on target fell to Somerville at the edge of the 8-yard box. Simple tapping, goal. And that's what, like, I can't blame the manager on this one. Like I said, I can't fully. And anyone you see online saying this is the manager's fault and the manager's crap and all these things, yeah, the manager might not be that great, but I don't think, guys, I'll be honest, I don't think we can blame the manager for all the chances that we've missed. I don't think you can. It's sad. It's sad because I don't feel like we deserve to be 1-0 down. We don't. We don't. But this is typical, isn't it? This is typical Man United. Absolutely typical. You don't get away with missing all of those chances. And you know what the manager's going to say when he comes out in the press conferences. He's going to talk about the chances. And you can't blame him. Like I said, I'm not Ten Hag. There we go. I'm not a Ten Hag fan, but I'm going to struggle to criticize him after this match. I'll be real. I'll be real. But yeah, Tim, I guess Mbappe played in the French league and international football is not as strong. Yeah, yeah. That is definitely part of it. You're definitely right. I agree with that one. Um, but not even that. Like, even tell you what it is, it's the infatuation of this guy. Like when Mbappe was playing in with Neymar and Messi, he was the third best out of the three. Yeah, finish. Oh, Garnacho, where you going? He's taking Garnacho's going too wide. But people just think pace is the only thing that makes a player good. So when in the French team, when Pogba, ah, what a save! Finish! Oh my gosh, block! We are 2 shots from United and 2 saves from the goalkeeper. And all right, cool. Whoa. So United have got the ball again. The problem I also have is the way that people see football. Like when Mbappe was playing for France, right, Tim? And Pogba was serving him those 40-yard passes, like straight on his feet. And all he had to do was run onto the ball and just shoot and score. And he was scoring all those simple goals because Pogba and Griezmann was setting him up. People weren't talking about the fact that Pogba and Griezmann were setting him up. People just said, oh, Mbappe's the best player in the world because he scored. But he needs service. So it's like, it's the way that people see football. People like to praise individuals a bit too much sometimes for what they do and ignore the fact that they can't do these things without a team. And Mbappe's never been a striker. He's not a striker. He plays out wide because, he's a winger. So Real Madrid are trying to convert this guy into an intelligent striker who knows how to hold his run, knows how to hold the ball up, bring others into play. In order to do all that stuff, you need to have footballing IQ and you need to have really, really good tech. It's not just about how quick you are and how easy you can beat your player. Football's more than that. And that's a problem. Mbappe can't do those things. Mbappe can't play with his back to goal like Martial could. Mbappe is not going to bring others into play. Like, he's not a striker. In front of goal, Mbappe will miss more than he will score. He's not a striker. He's not a clinical striker. That's not him. And he will never be that in my opinion. We just need to understand the profiles of players and stop trying to make them into things they're not. If you know that player's strengths, his characteristics, and his weaknesses, you know what sort of footballer he is. He's not a striker, Mbappe, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see what's going to happen with Mbappe. I feel like playing for Madrid is going to be a humbler for him and also an eye opener for a lot of people, in my opinion. He's still a great player. I feel like when you criticize some players like Mbappe, people feel like you're saying they're not good. No. Mbappe is still one of the best players in the world. Don't get it twisted. I'm just critiquing him because I believe he's not the best player in the world. And he never has been. That's all. And Xerxes now on, guys. Xerxes on the pitch. I don't know who he's taken off for Xerxes, but Xerxes is definitely on the pitch. So it looks like this manager is rolling the dice. He might. Let me see if Hoyland's still on the pitch, because if he's still got Hoyland on the pitch and he's put Xerxes on, then he's going for it. I need to see who he's taken off. Is that in Cuckoo? I'm not in Cuckoo. Yeah, Kudos. Kudos. I always get Kudos and Nkuku mixed up because they both got hair. They both got K in their name, Kudos and Nkuku, and they both play kind of on the wings. And I always like Kudos and Nkuku. Nkuku plays for Chelsea. Yeah, so Hoyland is still on the pitch. So Nkuku plays for Chelsea and Kudos plays for West Ham. So we do have Hoyland on and we got Xerxes. So we are playing potentially looks like a version of 4-4-2. We got Bruno and Casemiro. So Eriksen is finish. Casemiro. Once again, Casem the hero. He's always coming up trumps. He's always saving us, Casemiro. And yet the Man United fan base are always abusing him. He's always coming up with a header or some sort of something to to save us. Xerxes assist. So head back from Dallo. Xerxes, yep. Casemiro, good goals. Header. So it was a Dallo header back across to Xerxes, who headed it towards the goal, and it was flicked on by Casemiro into the goal. So 3 headers, guys. Header. That's an interesting goal to see. Visually, you guys need to see this goal back on the highlights. It's actually a cool goal to see. But yeah, 1-1, guys. Casemiro once again coming up with the goal that we need. Xerxes on the pitch within the first 2 minutes. He's made an instant impact. He's already done more in 2 minutes than Højlund has done for the whole match. But we expected that. Xerxes is just a much better footballer than Højlund. He just is a much better footballer. If you can't see that, he's got more guns. I will say, when I say someone's a much better footballer, usually I mean they've got more guns. They've got more bullets. They've got more to their arsenal. If all you can do is dribble and someone else can dribble, pass, shoot, then that other person's automatically better because they've got more guns, they've got more bullets, they've got more to their arsenal. They've got more attributes. Is Mazraoui injured? Mazraoui doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. What are people thinking then? So if this, look at the crowd singing. There's a problem I have with these fans, yeah? And this is why they will always keep this manager, because the match-going fans, they're just drunkards. They don't care about what they're seeing. They just want Man United to win so I can go home and just be happy and get their dopamine rush. We're spending 2 hours of our time watching football, so we want to be entertained. And this manager is not playing entertaining football. He's not coaching and entertaining, in my opinion, anyway. You guys might think differently. You might feel like transition football, counter-attacking football, is the most entertaining form of football, but that not for me. Not for me. Not for me. So Lindelof is coming on for Mazraoui, which, it makes sense. I hope the Mazraoui injury isn't serious. I think it should be all right. It looks like he maybe just jarred it. Probably should be all right for next weekend. But yeah, Lindelof has come on. United are back to 11 men. Mazraoui has gone off injured, and we have 6 minutes of normal time to go to score the winner. And I think we can score the winner. Like, West Ham scored the only chance. West Ham scored the only chance they created in the whole game. They managed to score the only chance. We have scored 1 out of 6 clear-cut chances we have created. Maths, logic, and pattern of how the game has gone is making me believe surely the only team that's going to win from this position, fingers crossed, surely the only team is United. Surely. Is this going to be another draw for Manchester United? Which, of course, is better than a defeat, but still not good enough. How would you define this result as well? Have the players kept this manager in a job, or have their misses have the players' misses failed to capitalize on an opportunity to win the game? What's happened here? Corner from West Ham, 85 minutes on the clock. Well defended and cleared by Man United. No, come this way, Aaron. It's weird to see Aaron, yeah, because when Aaron has the ball, yeah, I want him to do well. So when Aaron has the ball, I'm like, no, Aaron, this way. Then I'm like, no, Aaron's playing for the other team. Aaron playing for West Ham. I don't. But every time I see Aaron on the ball, I'm like, Aaron, come on, pass it. What the fuck, man? What's going on? What is happening here? West Ham were trying to claim a penalty or something. 87 minutes on the clock, guys. Oh, that's a silly free kick to give away. Xerxes was going to lose the ball there, West Ham. What the heck? No, man, that's not a foul, bro. What the heck? What? Okay, so guys, it looks like the penalty that I just dismissed, and I was like, this ain't no penalty. It looks like the referee's been called over to check the penalty. What's happening here? I don't think I don't even see the contact. I don't even understand what's happening. I don't see any contact at all. So like I don't think this will be a penalty. There's nothing in here. Oh, it looks difficult. It looks like but Zach Delit hasn't touched the ball and Delit is just taking him out. I get it, but I know I'm not gonna lie. The more I see it, the more I'm like, Delit hasn't won the ball. And the it's soft. It's soft. Because the West Ham player gets the ball and Delit just takes him out. Oh, oh, they've given it, guys. They've given it. I get why they've given it, but it's soft. I don't understand this, but I do because I saw it with my own eyes. So Ings gets the. I get it. At the end of the day, Delit has come. Ings, Delit, the ball in the middle. Ings approaches the ball. Delit approaches the ball. Delit misses the ball and connects with Ings, right? Without touching the ball. So I guess that's a foul. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. It does look soft. I don't. There's something about this whole thing makes me feel, yeah, that West Ham are going to miss this penalty. Like it's a. The problem is, it's a foul. It's clumsy. It's a foul. But it's a complicated foul because it's like, it's just a little brush. It's like a little connection of the two thighs, and loads of people were around. So I don't know. It looked soft, but I get it. It looks soft, but if any contact is a foul, then it's a foul. He didn't win the ball. He didn't. He didn't win the ball. But there's something this doesn't feel right. So there's something about this which makes me feel, oh, Nana might save this, or West Ham are gonna sky this. I would not be surprised. That's all I'm saying. And if that happens, I want this to be clipped because it means I'm a guru. And if it doesn't happen, I want it to be clipped because it means I'm normal. All right. 12 minutes of added time. 12 minutes of added time. My God. 12. What? Okay. So Bowen waiting for the. I feel like Bowen's going to miss. Ah. Man. So many people want Onana to miss. That's probably why Onana's also annoying people as well. Because Onana is actually like saving penalties and keeping his manager in a job. And that's annoying a lot of United fans. So they're taking it out on Onana. Like for playing well. The goal's gone in, guys. The penalty has gone in. Hence why I'm quiet. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. 12 minutes though. So West Ham are winning 2-1. There's 92 and a half minutes gone. So technically we have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. 10. So this game is not over. I would not be surprised if United score again and the game finishes 2-2. The bubbles are out. Anyway. 12 minutes sounds a bit crazy. I'm trying to think. 12 minutes is what? 12 minutes, guys, is Onana injury, Mazraoui injury, 2 goals, 3 or 4 substitutions. So I'm like, but what else has happened for there to be 12 minutes, guys? Am I forgetting something? Oh, so it was a West Ham injury as well. All right. But they've calculated a lot of additional time. I've not seen. When's the last time anybody on this stream has seen 12 damn minutes? Free kick, Bruno, cleared by West Ham. Do we think, is Rasmus Højlund ever going to pay United back the 70 million we spent on him? Are we ever going to see any fruits from that? From Rasmus Højlund? I doubt it. I think Xerxes is more likely to pay back the 30 million he cost than Højlund is likely to pay back the 70 that he cost. That's what I think. Ah, You can't blame West Ham. You can't blame Ten Hag too much for this, man. Like, I have to be consistent and remember what I said earlier in the game when United were missing chances. I don't want to be a hypocrite, and I have to keep it 100. We can't miss all of those chances in the first half, and then I'm not going to blame the manager for losing when we, the players themselves, created all those chances and they missed them. Dallow's missing open goals. Garnacho can't even get his shot on target. And it's like the Garnacho's was the one that the Garnacho's mistake led to West Ham's first goal. And what's funny about Garnacho's mistake leading to West Ham's first goal is that was Pogba. And normally when Pogba used to make a mistake and the mistake led to a goal, and we used to write it down on a piece of paper and we used to hold Pogba to that standard and never let him forget that he didn't run back or he was all the way up there in attack and he vacated his space, and because he vacated his space, we scored. Every goal we conceded was his fault. We always used to make sure that we just took our anger out on Pogba and Martial. When it's actually Garnacho misplacing passes and doing certain things which leads us to concede or which results in us conceding, we don't want to be like, oh, it's Garnacho or it's Bruno. Bruno lost the ball. How many times do you think Bruno loses the ball and after he loses the ball, we concede? It's many, many times. But we don't want to follow that through. We don't want to blame him for the goal we conceded, so we don't look for it. And if you look for it, you'll find it. It's really that simple. If you look for it, you'll find it. If you want to find a reason to complain about a player, you probably find that reason if you look hard enough. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes left to go, guys, in this game. Thing is, I had a feeling about this game, but when the game actually started and I saw how West Ham were playing and I saw how we were playing, I was fairly confident based on the way that both teams were playing that this game was going to be a good game for us. Like, that we were going to win. We could, like I said, we created those chances in the first half. There's no reason for me to think that this game would have gone in a direction that it's gone in. Oh my gosh. West Ham on the break. Oh my God. Just like we did. That's a goal. How did West Ham not score? Good save from Onana, but that should have been a goal. West Ham were 2-1 against Manchester United on the break. 2-1 and they did not score. Great defending by Wan-Bissaka. Looks like he's... Oh, man. The funny thing about West Ham, yeah, is that I can tell why they have lost almost every game. The way that we played in the first half when we could be 3 or 4-0 up, yeah, you can tell why they lose every game. But we can also tell why we're so rubbish. Because we couldn't even beat them. We couldn't even score against West Ham. Garnacho again. Nice feet from Garnacho. That's good from Garnacho. Dallo. Wan-Bissaka is putting in a shift. Like I said, usually when you play against your old team, you want to make an impression. Here we go, Dallo. 2 minutes left in the box. Headed by Lindelof. Clearance by West Ham. Header back again. Lindelof into the box. Clearance, edge of the box. Ahmad at edge of the box. Back to Casemiro. Fired it back into the bottle. No, clearance by West Ham again. And West Ham have cleared the ball. But Man United have got it back. Edge of the penny box. Garnacho on the left-hand side has got it. Ball in the box. Gathered by the goalkeeper Martinez. Or Fabianski, should I say. West Ham are going to take their time now. The goalkeeper has the ball. Run down the clock. 2 minutes left to go. So Garnacho has survived a whole 90 minutes of football. I'm not going to lie. I would rather have put Rashford on the left. Play Rashford on the left. Because Rashford is more of a goal threat for me. And take Garnacho off in the second half and put on Ahmed on the right. But no, he's taking Rashford off. So it looks as if to me Garnacho is more of the chosen one, and Rashford is the foil person. And I don't agree with that personally. I think Rashford has started this season. No United player has started the season exceptionally well. No player has. But out of all the attackers, I think Rashford has probably started the season the best out of all the attackers, bar Ahmed. That is a very, very bad shot. That was Ericsson taking that shot. That shot would have been closer to the goal. That's such a really, really bad shot. What is that, Bruno? It's so bad. It's so poor. And that's what I'm saying. That shot there from Bruno is like, it's so infuriating. I just feel like Paul Scholes, Pogba, Keane, Veron, any central midfielder we had, none of them would have done what he just did. None of them. Oh, Bruno's such a frustrating footballer, man. Oh, West Ham haven't played well all season. And they're about to beat us. After giving us all the chances. Wow. So 30 minutes have been played. We played 1 extra minute. Casemiro to Garnacho. Garnacho on the left-hand side again. Finish! Oh, Xerxes tried to get a shot away. Blocked by West Ham. Back out to Dallo. Dallo. Ahmad on the right-hand side. Ahmad putting the cross in the box. Clearance from West Ham again. 13 and a half minutes played now. Wow. We're approaching 14 extra minutes. The referee wants United to win. The referee proper wants United to, maybe because West Ham scored in extra time. Wow. Again, Bruno. Again, second time now. Second time we asked Bruno to put a simple ball into the box and he's just, my God. Imagine Manchester United Football Club. Last minute, twice, you want the captain of our club to put in 2 crosses. And twice, he skied the ball into row Z while trying to attempt a cross. How do you get the ball into row Z when you're trying to cross it? Not shoot with power. You're trying to float it into the box and you manage to sky all it. Bro, and that's our captain. And that's what he does on a regular basis. We are screwed. The match is done. This match is done and it's finished. West Ham 2, Manchester United 1. It's done. And if you told me at half time that this match was going to end 2-1 to West Ham, I would have slapped you and sent you home. And if you were home already, you would have to leave your home to go somewhere else. Into a new venue because it wouldn't make sense. In the first half, listen, I'm not going to say United played amazingly well, but one thing you did see is Man United create chances. We created chances in the first half, and that's why I keep saying I'm not going to blame Ten Hag for this loss. You can't blame a manager for defeat if your team has had 4 clear-cut chances. One from Dalot, one from Bruno's header. Garnacho was through on goal, and also, yeah, 3, at least 4 actually, clear-cut opportunities to score in the first half, and we missed them all. And because of that, I can't blame Ten Hag for those individuals not taking their opportunities. I can't. I can't. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be happy. No one's going to be happy. Of course, we're not going to be happy. It doesn't mean I can't criticize. It doesn't mean I can't be fed up with what I'm seeing over and over again. Like, Bruno was our captain today, and we saw what Bruno was doing with 2 minutes to go when we need guidance, leadership, and quality. This guy was just kicking the ball into Rosed. That's what Bruno, our captain, was doing. What did he do today? What did any of our attackers do today apart from miss the chances? The midfielder's fine. I don't believe Eriksen and Casemiro, especially in the first half, there was anything wrong. Whenever those two play together in front of a back four, whenever that double pivot plays together, we usually see some decent football. We usually play okay. I say okay, but okay is still not good enough for Man United. And today in the first half, those two played all right. I got no problems with those two. I got no problems with our defence. I like the fact that Mazraoui was playing at left back. I've said it many times. Play Dalot right back and play Mazraoui left back. You have 3 right backs now, right? And you had 2 right backs before we sold Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and you went and bought another right back instead of buying a left back when you knew Shaw and Malacia were injured. We should have bought a left back rather than shift Dalot to the left back and play Mazraoui right. I think our defence today, and I know West Ham scored, but our defence today, funny enough, it didn't look like West Ham were going to score. Not in the first half. And I think our balance was decent. Our balance was fine. And it's only after West Ham scored and it gave them confidence. It gave them confidence to go in and score the second one. I don't believe that was a 2-1 game for West Ham. I don't think West Ham might have had more of the territorial advantage, but I don't think West Ham played better than us. I don't think this West Ham team are a good team. I think now that Moyes have left them, they don't look as organised. And every time United attacked, especially in the first half, we looked like we were going to score. But after the changes, and I said this, the only reason, should I say, I could see West Ham doing anything, winning the game, putting us under some serious pressure. The only reason I could see that happening is if they make some serious changes in the second half. Because nothing was going to happen unless they made some changes. And that's what their coach did. The coach made 3 changes in the second half at half time, and West Ham came out and they had more control. They had more confidence on the ball. We looked more shaky. We looked more nervous. We retreated back into our low block a bit too often, in my opinion, rather than try to push them, rather than try to press them. And it was only a matter of time before they scored. The game was literally a game of 2 halves. I don't even remember Rashford coming off for Ahmad. I don't remember that. But once again, Garnacho lost 90 minutes and he didn't do anything. Once again, Ahmad doesn't start the game and only gets a few minutes at the end. Once again, we saw a performance from Højlund, which was non-existent. Once again, Xerxes, even though a lot of people are putting him under pressure and criticising him a lot, once again, we see Xerxes coming on the pitch and actually doing something, actually trying to make a difference, trying to drop into the holes. And listen, you can criticise Xerxes and say he's not a striker, he's not a killer, he's not a shooter, and all these things, but let's not do that because that's not what Xerxes was. So let's criticise him for what he is and what he doesn't do, rather than criticise him for what he's not, because he's never been that. He's never been that. He's a link man. He's a link man. And the only thing I'm going to criticise him for is not linking, because he's a link man. I'm not going to criticise a mouse for not being a lion. I'm going to criticise a mouse for not eating cheese, because that's what mouse does. I'm not going to criticise a sheep for not being an alligator. I criticise a sheep for not having fur. Like, that's what I do. So I'm not going to criticise Xerxes for not being a 30 goal a season scorer, because he's not been that, never been that, and never will be that. But he came on, his deflected header. Dalot's actually header back to him, his header to Casemiro and Casemiro's goal. And once again, even Casemiro's goal, Casemiro gets a lot of hate. And I kind of get why. If you are that lone midfield player and if you're that lone midfield player in Ten Hag's system, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be bullied, you're going to be outrun, you're going to be exposed. And whether it was him, whether it was Eriksen playing there, whether it's Ugarte playing there or Kobe Manu, we've all seen those players make those mistakes in that field, unless we play with a double pivot, which we did today, which was better. So all in all, I'm not going to complain about Ten Hag too much. I don't think it was his fault that we lost the game, but I still want him out. I still want him to be gone. I'm still not happy with the way. I'm still not happy with things like Mazraoui playing number 10 in midweek. Stuff like that, I'm not happy with. And, you know, like I said, I do have a video out called 10 Reasons to Sack Ten Hag, guys. Please check that video out. It's a really good video. Not a great game. To summarize, Man United had chances to win, to score. Didn't take our chances, and we were punished for not taking our chances. And I think that is a summary of today's game. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Who were your standout performances or performers? Yeah, what went well, what didn't go well, and why? I want to know your opinions, guys. I want to know what you thought of the game. All in all, we just got to go again. As I always say, let's go again. What else can we do? That's what you say to your players, right? You've lost the game, but you got, you know, keep your head up high, and you have to go again in the next game and the next game. How long will this manager last? How long will these sort of perform? I mean, the performance in terms of the chances created were better. And I bet Man United are one of the at least top 8 teams in the league for chances created. And I bet that's what the manager will go with. The manager will go with, listen, we create as many chances as anybody. We just can't finish them. Which is also true. Which is also true, guys. So, yeah, Tim, I'm with you, man. It's a very frustrating game to watch. A very frustrating game to try to analyze what went wrong, really. Because in football, sometimes it's not a big systematic thing that goes wrong. Sometimes a lucky goal is scored and then the floodgates open. Sometimes it's not, you know, something obvious that's happened wrong. And I don't think anything obvious have happened today in terms of for the reason why we've lost. I don't. But we go again, onwards and upwards. Let's see what this manager is going to do the next game. Let's see who he's going to play. There's no consistency in the way that in the team that we put out, in the way that we play. So I have no idea, guys. But it is what it is. I think the Arsenal game is at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. I'm not sure. I might do a watch along to that, depending on how I feel. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below, and I will see you next time. Peace out, guys. Big up yourself.